These are the top waiver wire pickups for week 11 in fantasy football. That's right, week 11. This is Nesto's crystal ball, where every week I look 1 week ahead to see who the hot pickups will be. I want you to be the guy in your league when everyone rushes to the waiver wire to see who are the top pickups they see they're already on your team. Historically, that's been me. That's part of why I won 36% of all the fantasy football leagues I've been in the last 20 plus years. Coming off a solid week last week where I called JJ McCarthy, Kyle Monangai, and Colston Loveland. One guy under 50%, one guy under 10% at each position. Let's go. First quarterback has to be Justin Fields. If he survives Myles Garrett and the Browns this week and looks halfway decent, then he's a good play against New England the following week. You don't play Fields in tough matchups, but Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans, weeks 14, 15, 16 are all solid. Two other quarterbacks I like a lot more than expert consensus are Jacoby Brissett and Marcus Mariota. They fit my archetype very well for a quarterback. Mediocre defense, enough rushing ability to be a threat to get a rushing TD once they're inside the 5-yard line, and decent weapons to throw to on offense. Mariota I especially like because he gets Miami in week 11. If you're curious where I rank every player I mentioned today, by the way, they're all available at my site fansports.com. Washington has a worse defense, so I expect more volume from Mariota, but I expect higher efficiency from Brissett because he has to throw to Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride. I like Alec Pierce a lot. He's actually 12th in the NFL in receiving yards per game, has been elite when on the field, and leads NFL receivers in air yards per game. But Colts are on bye in week 11, which is a little bit of a bummer. So instead, I'll highlight Christian Watson, who's very similar to Alec Pierce in a way that he's a deep play threat on offense that spreads the ball around where his volume is going to waver a little bit, but he should not be under 50% as long as Matthew Golden and Tucker Kraft are out this week. Lastly, under 10%, throw a flyer at Adonai Mitchell. I talked about him before. He's only 1% owned, but this is a guy in a new situation who could get some big plays. At running back, you probably want to monitor Ray Davis. We saw James Cook miss practice and be limited on Thursday. I know he's been acting like the RB3 on this team behind Ty Johnson, but I think he still gets priority as a young player who's shown he can be a very solid starting running back in the past. Let me know if you'd like a separate video where I do a deep dive into the Buffalo Bills backfield and see who would be the guy if James Cook misses time. Under 10%, yeah, Ty Johnson is worth a stash potentially, again, for the same reason in Buffalo. But more interesting to me is Chris Rodriguez Jr. I know the Commanders' offense isn't as appealing without Jaden Daniels, but they have Miami Dolphins week 11. Chris Rodriguez has 20 pounds on Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt. Basically, Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt has been one of the best running backs in the NFL running outside the tackles, but inside the tackles, not that great. Tight end, I'm saying the same guy as last week because he's only 45% owned still. That's Colston Loveland. Top tight end drafted in this class ahead of Tyler Warren. His volume will fluctuate, but I still like playing him in any good matchup, and he has some for the next couple weeks. Under 10%, I'm using the same strategy, which has paid off time and time again. Get Pat Freiermuth. Might seem kind of random. He's only 3% owned, but that's because he has the Cincinnati Bengals in week 11. Freiermuth had 111 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Bengals just a couple weeks ago. Kicker I like Will Reichard again next week against the Bears, as well as Daniel Carlson against the Cowboys coming up in week 11. For defenses, they're actually 51% owned on Yahoo, but Baltimore Ravens is looking great for the next couple weeks. Minnesota, Cleveland, Jets, all solid matchup. And under 10%, why not go for the Dallas Cowboys who get the Raiders coming up in week 11? I had to edit out a minute and a half of content as well as a number of names. The full video is available at my Patreon right here. Just $2 a month and you get all my videos before I post them everywhere else unabridged. And don't forget to check out fansports.com to get more information on all of these players. Love the positive things that the thousands of you who've signed up already have said. Making daily videos to help you win your fantasy football league. Thank you for spending a few valuable minutes of your day with me here. I'll see you in the next one. Stay learning. Peace.